Hey guys, hope you're having a good day. Today was definitely an odd day in the market with the CPI data causing quite a bit of a sell-off, but the good news is this is a weekly update on Jeff Bishop's Bullseye trades, and it was a fantastic week for Bullseye once again. So very quick overview for guys that don't know what Jeff Bishop's Bullseye trades are. Every week, pre-market on Monday, or if there's a holiday on the Monday, it'll be on the Tuesday. Once a week at the start of the week, Jeff releases an email basically outlining his favorite trade. It'll be a swing trade idea with options contracts. They'll typically last a few days. So I've written a whole article about this. It's one of the best services I've ever been a member of. Can't recommend it highly enough. I've probably been a member since it started a few years ago. So really good service. It's really cheap. It's like $97 at the moment, or $99, something like that. And the track record in 2022, given how bad the market has been absolutely stellar. So if you check out this article, I'll leave a link in the description. You can go and read more about what the alerts entail, but also I've put together a whole track record for the whole year, so you can see all the different trades here. Some of them as high as potentially 400% profits, depending on how you play these trades, obviously. The average is somewhere around where I'm kind of stating, but as you'll see, it really is, partly up to you to figure out your own trade based around Jeff's information. So let me show you some of these. Basically, it's all green pretty much all year. There's like one losing trade here. So honestly, haven't seen anything like it. I think it's because Jeff is really good in these down markets. His 20 plus years of experience are starting to really show. When other people are getting destroyed, Bullseye Trades is just coming into its own. So recently I've started doing these videos like the one I'm doing now each week, giving a recap. So here's one from a few weeks ago on FDX. So you can check that one out. This one was IBB. And I'll add in this video above here on Chewy, CHWY, which was this Monday's Bullseye trade. So it went fantastically well again. I'm going to go through some of the details. So take advantage of this offer while it lasts. So this program is worth a lot more, in my opinion, and I think it was priced at hundreds and hundreds of dollars a year rather than just $99. I don't know why it's at $99, whether it's a special offer or if it'll stay there. If I was you and I'm on the fence, I would get this thing. I think you even get a trial for it as well, which is really cool. But everybody I'm introducing this to has been like really blown away by how good this is. So I'll show you some of their testimonials and also some people that are actually in the program on the Raging Bull site, what they're saying about the program too. So you can see this is not just me saying this is good. This really is a good service. So let's get into the trades. So I'll show you on Jeff Bishop's Raging Bull page. Let's see, so much stuff here. Let me see if I can go back to the actual email. Might have to go back to the weekly updates here. Bullseye trades, weekly updates, there we go. Alright, so we scroll down here, get rid of all this stuff. So this is where the pick came out. So on June 6th, Monday morning, we got emailed out this exact section here. You can also get it on the dashboard here, so it's easier for me to show you. So here it is, Bullseye Pick of the Week, CHWY or Chewy. So we scroll down a little bit. The email basically gives a little bit of information about the market and a very basic chart, and basically some sort of fundamental underlying feel to the stock, which Jeff seems to be really good at. So here he's saying Chewy has proven that they're not a flash in the pan that only benefited from COVID. They've continued to grow their business, and it frankly looks better than ever to me right now, especially when you consider it is down 75% from its highs and 50% just this year. And this is after surging 25% last week on a positive earnings report. So you can kind of see what his thesis is here. Normally he says he wouldn't chase a stock that's rallied 25%, but the belief that the tech market is headed higher and Chewy is coming off such depressed levels, still thinks there's a lot of upside there. So he also uses some simple technicals like the Keltner channels and things as well. And he goes into that on a live stream he does the same day, usually around 11 Eastern time. So you get that as part of the benefit of being a member. So you get this overview, but then you also get an in-detailed like half-hour analysis by Jeff every Monday at 11, where he goes into all the details about the chart, why he's liking it, all this stuff in a lot more detail. So for people that don't have a lot of time, this is the perfect service. You can go through the email and just pick out the details. And if you really want to learn more, you have the time, just tune in a couple hours later to his his broadcast. So the plan this week was quite interesting. It was, I want to get half of my position on the books today, even if it's at the 240 entry target. But you can tell from what he's saying here, he doesn't want to miss it, but he's also fairly sure that there's going to be a pullback later in the week to down to $1.50, which is an interesting thing, as you'll see in a minute. So when I saw this, I knew I wasn't going to chase it at 240. I was going to hold off, try and get towards this 150 a little bit more. So he has a well-defined stop loss. Chewy was trading around $27, the underlying stock, and his stop was at 26. So here he's talking about the live training session, which is always really good. He's a good, entertaining guy, knows his stuff, so it's worth watching. So then he talks about the Keltner range, which is a big part of his thing. And he's really looking at relative strength in these markets, and I think that's why he's been so successful. He uses the 50-day moving average a little bit. Anyway, the key part here is here are the key details for the trade. So if you don't read any of this other stuff, when you get these emails, you can just go and read this stuff. So my trade details: Chewy, June 17th contracts, 28 calls, near 240. He's going to buy half at that price or thereabouts, but then add more at 150. The stop is going to be below 26 with a target of 33. So pretty interesting. So you can see straight away people are already yesterday saying this is a great trade, strong resistance to 30 like you said, so I'll get to 31, locked in my profits. Jeff, great play, got out early, but a win is a win. He even answers and gives like replies to these things, you know. I think I know this guy, Michael. He said in at 163, out at 388, and this is the second week that he's been in it, so he's really happy. So let's see, Bullseye, nice 100% winner. Bullseye again, Chewy went up with Spy, so Chewy went up when Spy went down, so that's what I'm saying. He's really good at finding relative strength. So we had kind of a sideways downwards market, sideways most of the week, but Chewy actually rallied quite nicely. So you can see pretty much everybody is really happy with this service. And that is also reflected in the sort of mini poll I did in my Facebook group. If you want to join the Facebook group, we talk about all these services, and Bullseye is one of the most popular at the moment. So I posted, anyone else making bank for the Bullseye trade this week? This is getting ridiculous with 100% winners week after week. View the full track record in this article, which is the one I'm also linking in the description. So pretty much everybody was like, okay, yeah, that was awesome. So Brendan got 60%, but it went 120%, which is annoying him. Keith got a nice win, didn't say how much, but paid for the service in a week, which is good. Corey got 75% or 52%, hesitated. A lot of people selling early, which obviously in this market people are booking their profits. Ken took half off at 100%. So lots of people really enjoying the service. I think it's definitely one for the price you just can't beat. Let's look at Chewy real quick on my brokerage. So here I've pulled up Chewy. This day over here is the Monday morning, right? So we didn't have a very good start in the morning. So some people were buying around the 240 range, which is what, like here, this level. So this purple line is the contract, so the calls that he put into the play. So June 17th, $28 calls on Chewy. So these prices on the right are the call prices rather than the underlying stock. So you can see that you had an opportunity to buy all the way down to here, and in fact it hit 150 something down here. So you know, if you're kind of hesitant holding off, you're getting in this kind of region, you're getting at like 150. And look at this thing, by Thursday it hit 412, so more than double, almost 150%. Sure, it was a little choppy, but generally upwards for most of the time. I guess the guys that chased up here might have been a little bit underwater for a while, but then you got this big spike up to 4, and pretty much everybody I know sold there, because holding into CPI seems kind of ridiculous to me, which is what happened today, and the whole market came down. So you'd have to be kind of silly if you're up 100% to hold your whole position. on like overnight Thursday into Friday. So you can see these are the numbers. You can see the range here is huge. This is why I love Bullseye Trades. It's just one of the best services out there. So yeah, go check out my article. I'm going to update this with a bit more information and look through them. And you can go and plot the things as well. Like go and plot the calls, on Thinkorswim or whatever, your brokerage. And you can see that none of this is like made up. It's all legit. It's one of the best. It's one of the best, and it's one of Raging Bull's most popular services of all time, and I can totally see why. So, anyway, I hope that's helpful. Go and check out the review, and hopefully you'll join and see the same sort of success that all the guys I know and myself are seeing with this service.